Hassan Piker runs and hides because communism would not survive an encounter with the far right. It just wouldn't.
I'm sorry, what? Did he just say communism would not survive an encounter with the far right? Communism would not survive an interaction with the far right? Scoreboard, bitch. What the do you mean communism would not survive an interaction with the far right? That he just like denies that World War II even happened? Is that what we're doing now? That's crazy.
All that sentimentalism, all that sappy, bleeding heart bullshit about free healthcare. We'll give you free healthcare too. I don't really care that much. I want to close the borders. I want to stop being harassed on the train. I want to be able to live in most of the city and not have to be a war zone. You would not survive that encounter, and you know that. And Hassan knows that if there were ever a dialogue, an ongoing dialogue, or even just a sit down, that whole fantasy, this bourgeois fucking champagne socialism would not survive an encounter with an actual real American. With an actual real American.
Dog, I'm Turkish, you're Hispanic. We're both American. Our existence on U.S. soil contradicts the fundamental argument that you're presenting. What the fuck is this motherfucker talking about? You would not survive, he says, from his mom's basement. I know.
That's a son of working class people. And that's like the delicious and rich irony is that Hassan is a Nepo baby. He's a
once again, he's a Nepo baby. My perspective, my worldview would, if what you're saying is correct, would place me as a class traitor. You, on the other hand, are advocating for erasure of yourself.
Millionaire Nepo baby who's on all the mainstream platforms. How did he get his start in media? His uncle. And this is a guy lecturing us about generational wealth. Why don't we redistribute the Young Turks media opportunities? How about...
Okay, fine.
We redistribute...
Doesn't seem like that would put a dent in the system. But once again, normally he has better arguments. Like when he's duking it out with Charlie Kirk, he can present a better argument because he can showcase that Charlie Kirk is actually... Because he is the logical extension of like the advocacy that Charlie Kirk engages in. The reason why the likes of Charlie Kirk fear someone like Nick Fuentes is because it shows that Charlie Kirk is fraudulent, right? He is seen as more real. But when he comes after someone like myself, he has to desperately fling shit in the same way that like fucking Destiny criticizes me over. I know they shared other things. Maybe they talked about their mutual hatred of someone such as myself after a little bit of chicken and waffles. They did it over pillow talk, I think.
The Twitch subscriptions. So, as long as...
I like that the line of attack against me is always the same. No matter.
He's going to sit there and take shots from over there. Yeah, inside of that woke fantasy.
Also, it is kind of funny because the one thing that Nick Fuentes can always present himself in order to showcase his like infallibility, his like moral authority on the subject matter, is the fact that, he's been debanked or he's been attacked and this and that. Like, these institutions have come after him. The ADL talks more about me than they do about you, dumbass. You supported Donald Trump. Donald Trump's own Customs and Border Patrol detained me for my opinions on Israel. So he can't even hit me on he's not sincere about his advocacy for the Palestinians line of attack. So he just has to go back to this dumb shit like, oh, he's rich, but a socialist. That's it.
Land. They'll all be very confident in their ideology. But the reason that they don't want me to talk to Jimmy Dore, the reason they're screaming, he's a Nazi, but he said this, but he said that. Let him talk. We can talk.
The only line of attack he can apply is like, oh, you're a bad guy. You're a hypocrite. You're rich but socialist. He knows that that's not a real line of attack anyway. He can't do it. He's got nothing. So he says the exact same shit that like annoying fucking liberals say. But yeah, New York Times profile Nick Fuentes as a growing threat to Trumpism includes this telling detail. I think the way that the New York Times is presenting Nick Fuentes as a growing threat to Trumpism is perhaps one of the most damaging things that they could have done in terms of like beefing up a white nationalist movement. I remember all the way back in 2016 when they wrote a glaring profile of Richard Spencer in a similar vein. I criticized it extensively. And the New York Times is back to its old fucking tricks, Classic. Incredible stuff. It's crazy that they're just like trying to prop him up. He's flip-flopped on his positions over and over again. Okay? He has not changed. He is still a Nazi.